Hello and welcome to Mr. Das P1's Airgun Corner. It's raining today, so I'll have to be quick. I've got in here a very cheap airgun. In its day it was commercially available, it was the cheapest rifle you could get, real good value for money, probably coming in at about 30 quid, 40 quid, and it's distributed by SMK. I don't know too much about it. This one's been owned by somebody else for probably 15 years. It's a Chinese air rifle, it's 2.2 and it's called the Westlake. I think it has other names like the B2 or the B1, I'm not sure, you can correct me if you want to do. And I've come across it just to basically see what I can do with it, because when you look at it, it is very, very simple. The stock on it, in my opinion, is bloody awful. It looks like someone's painted it with a paintbrush in brown paint. So that has come off. I think they actually just dipped them in a bath and then dipped them in varnish and left them to dry. That was it really. Even runs on the paint. The stock, the wood, I think is made out of some kind of hardwood. When I've rubbed it right down, you can see where there's kind of filled in knots. I filled in some blemishes as well with filler. I've had some problems with breaking the barrel, cocking it. There's quite a simple little mechanism, but it needed some fettling. I think it needs a new spring actually on one of the actions. But before we look at it, let's see what happened earlier. And there it is. I think it looks pretty good if I do say so myself. Lots of time in the workshop. You can still see some blemishes, but that's just the way it is. It's a cheap rifle. This is the part that I've had problems with. You basically push that, and it's working okay at the moment, but it's not brilliant. There's still a bit of play in there, very slight play. In fact, that's not too bad now. Open sights. Says on here, Westlake, made in China. It's come up quite nicely, I think. The trigger's dead simple. There's not much to it. I'll show you how to cock it. You push that lever forward, and then there's a bit of power in the spring. It probably could do with a service inside there. I've not done that at all, but I've worked on these parts here and the internal there where the other part is sprung loaded. And I think the pellets we'll use today are Ely Wasp. I've had these quite a long time, and as you can see, they're looking a bit dirty. It's good to go. There's my range, going to fire from there to there, that's enough. It does say on here as well, on the sights, like yardage, so we're not at 35, that's for sure. So if I lift it up, I'll set it to about 20. So let's just see if it's in. Let's have a quick look. Well, we've hit the target. Okay, one fired there, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's you can't actually adjust windage, but for open sights at that distance, that's not too bad. So try a few more shots. Yeah, looking at the grouping, it is this way. There is a wind coming this way. I have been trying to aim off, but in general it does seem to be in that quarter there. But the groupings, they're kind of alright for what it is. I like it, I really do like it, and I'm not just saying it, I think it's a cracking little rifle. You've got to bear in mind the price, you've got to bear in mind a lot of factors, but I'm really happy because when I got it, it was in a sad state. I'm very happy with it. There was a crack on the stock there, it was cracking here, so I've had to chisel out parts of where the action goes in here. This part here was not working at all, and that's now working a treat. Let's just say the 10 a penny, the cheapest chips, but who cares at that price? But it's nice to use, it's nice to plink with, it's simple. The light is fading. I think I'll see if I can fit the scope on and have another go with the scope on. The weather's not great today at all, so if I've got the time to fit it in, we'll try it with the scope. I've not brought my Allen key for the scope, so just to give you an idea, if it was mounted on, it'd look good. I think it'd look excellent. What do you think? So I think we'll do another 10 shots without the scope. The rain's going to come down big time, so a quick few shots and we'll get going. Okay, well, we've had a few in the centre. I was kind of trying to aim here all the time because the wind is that way. I'm happy with that. It's plinking, I'm hitting the target. Well, it's raining now. I hope you've liked this video, and if you like them, let me know and I'll see if we can make some more. Okay, it's another day. The weather's much better, the sun's out. I've got the scope mounted, so we'll just see how it fares with the scope, get the target set up again, and let's see what happens. I've had to put an old target paper back up. I've left my new ones at home, so let's just see what we can do with a scope. Just ignore these. At first I couldn't even hit the target with the scope, so it obviously needs to come up. I'm aiming about there. Let's see if we can get them groupings a bit more on. Okay, well, that is much better. I can see the original range was here. I'm really happy with that. That's better than I thought it would be. It's a cracking little rifle. Until the next time.